In last week's episode of the Epic Family Road Trip, we began Season 2 of our video series recapping the beginning of our journey living on the road full-time. After returning to our home province of Ontario, Canada, we sold our house and headed south where we got our Jeep retrofitted for overlanding at Exploration Outfitters in Durant, Oklahoma, before heading to our first Overland Expo in Asheville, North Carolina. After Overland Expo, we took a few days to relax and regroup in Asheville and to celebrate Canadian Thanksgiving, which is in October instead of November like Thanksgiving in the US.
Not only is it our anniversary, but it's also Canadian Thanksgiving today, so we're doing a full Thanksgiving dinner. So we've got yams here, fresh yams, we've got potatoes, we're going to make mashed potatoes, we've got green beans cooking over here, and stuffing starting to cook. We couldn't get a turkey, it's a bit too early, so we have a bunch of roasted chickens, and we're going to use our GoSun oven, which is solar powered oven, and we'll show you how we'll heat up the buns, but you can cook anything that needs to be cooked in an oven.
As you saw my tags.
Super hot bun.
That's fun.
We had just bought a CVT adventure trailer at the expo and were getting it ready to ship with the Jeep to New Zealand. One of the things we learned at Overland Expo while attending a class on Australia and New Zealand shipping was that both countries have very strict biosecurity laws and require the vehicle to be spotless before it will be admitted into the country.
Cleaning the Jeep?
Yeah.
Getting it ready for New Zealand? Go take a shower, my boy. Good job.
We took this advice seriously and began the process of thoroughly cleaning Vandy from bumper to bumper, inside and out, power washing out every square inch.
What you doing, Pete? Huh? What you doing? Cleaning the engine.
Our friend Jim Osdike had invited us to set up camp at his shop OK4WD in New Jersey. This allowed us space we needed to begin organizing our gear. We had to decide what we were shipping with the Jeep and what we are leaving behind. We also used the time to start cleaning our hiking gear and our bikes for New Zealand.
I don't know how, don't know why, but I'll be toasting all my life.
When we were finished cleaning the best we could, we hired a professional detailer to put the final touches on the Jeep.
This is Ryan from Raindrops Detailing. We hired him to do some work. What'd you end up doing today, Ryan?
We got down and dirty. We actually jacked this thing up with the forklift, and we pressure washed the entire undercarriage, which was a first. We got the carpets, we got under the carpets, took interior panels apart. My awesome girlfriend came over and even helped us. Washed, pressure washed, re-cleaned, Did the carpets, dash, door jambs, pretty much everything.
He helped us prep it for our trip to New Zealand, so that we can get through customs. They're really picky, and so we hired a professional who's picky himself.
Right.
He's a detail guy, so he did a great job. If you ever need anything detailed, you know who to call.
Appreciate that.
All right, man. Where's the other?
As a bonus, it just happened to be OK4WD's annual truck rally, and we had a chance to look at some of the cool rigs before hitting the road.
This is Jim Osteich at OK Four Wheel Drive. Jim, what's going on today?
Today is our Truck Fest. This is the 28th year we've had this. It's just a gathering of four-wheel drive vehicles in the area that come together, and we just have a good time together. And they're judged by independent judges, and they get scores, and we have prizes and raffles.
Well, that's awesome. This is a really neat event. We'll show you all the vehicles coming in here. What do you do? What's your business about?
Anything to do with four-wheel drives. So we just we repair them, we customize them, we build them to suit people's needs.
We'll show you around because there's some amazing vehicles that Jim and his team have put together here. So have fun.
On the way towards the Canadian border, we made a few phone calls and realized that we wouldn't have enough time to properly import the trailer into Canada before shipping to New Zealand. And since we had a hard deadline with tickets already purchased, we made the tough decision to leave the trailer behind with family in Ohio. Once again, some packing and repacking was in order, but we got it done and began our journey north to Toronto. We also headed to downtown Toronto to pick up some last-minute hiking and camping gear that we would need for the trip.
I can't get my shoes off.
Do you need a backpack? Or are you good?
I have enough.
You sure? The trunk's full. The back's full. The kids have a couple of bags back there. You guys have enough room, or should we buy a few more things? We're good?
We're good.
Okay.
When we arrived in Toronto, we dropped off the Jeep at the shipping company to be packaged carefully into a container. It was weird leaving it behind and knowing the next time we would see our Jeep would be in Auckland, New Zealand. Over the next few weeks before leaving to New Zealand, where we would be spending half a year away from home, we spent some time with friends and family. Finally, the big day arrived. We checked into a hotel right near the airport so we could board our flight early the next morning. That night in the hotel, we repacked and organized all our gear and even took toothbrushes to the bottom of our hiking boots, making sure they were perfectly clean, ready for New Zealand. The next day began the exciting journey from Toronto, Canada to Auckland, New Zealand. Stay tuned for next week's episode as we begin this epic adventure living for half a year in New Zealand with only our Jeep.